All right, the full day of eating. We're finally here. Very exciting. Sorry it took me a while to put it together. It's just a little more challenging to structure throughout the day because the workout, you know, obviously it's all condensed, so that's a little easier to film. But anyway, we're here. I did not film myself getting out of bed because, I don't know, that seems kind of corny at this point in time. I know everybody does that, and maybe it gives it a more real feel. But anyway, we're here. So first thing, hydration, very important. Gonna be drinking a lot of water. I always drink a lot of water, usually about a gallon-ish every day, sometimes a little more depending on the workout. So I always start off with water, and then we got coffee in the pumpkin mug, classic pumpkin mug. Still got the holiday jammies going. And yeah, that's it for the start of the day. Next up, I'm going to show you what we got going for breakfast. Got meal one in the oven here.
Oh my god, sorry.
It's cooking away. It's called a Dutch baby or a German pancake. You'll see in a second. Here's some footage of the finished product. 6 eggs, some maple syrup, some salt, vanilla extract, sourdough starter, butter, and I think that's it actually. So probably try and eat about like that much of it. We'll see. All right, meal one complete. So now probably wait about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and then we'll eat something else. We got the mini me over here, also on the bulk. Big fan of the apples, as you can see. Working on a clementine over there. Grip strength. Not bad, actually. You got it, buddy. Do it! Oh, sorry. He's got it. Just don't eat the skin. Actually, I think the skin is good for you. All right, we'll check back in with the mini-me's bulk later on. So meal two, we got some homemade sourdough bread. We got some cheese, tomato, lettuce, and then some cracked turkey, and then obviously salt and pepper. Oh, and of course, cannot forget, water journey must continue. And I'll put the calorie content, well, you already have seen that at this point in the video, but yeah, I'll continue to put the calorie content so we can total it up at the end and see what we get to. All right, meal two, crushed. Probably ate it a little faster than normal because I was filming it. Yeah, the calories, probably 3 pieces of cheese. You'll see it right on the side there. So next meal is going to be steak and rice. Probably going to get the rice going now because that takes a little bit longer. Cook the steak on the grill, even though there's snow outside. Just always comes out better on the grill. I think that'll be like 0.8 pounds of steak. I'll check it. So that'll be next on this day of eating. And then after that, well, you have to wait and see after that. This is, I don't know if I would say typical food, moderately typical, because this is me getting ready for my deadlift and chest and triceps day, so it's the bigger workout. but it is pretty consistent with what I would eat. I just thought this day would be a little more interesting because it's leading up to a bigger workout. But anyways, on to meal 3. Okay, so we got meal 3 here. About 3/4 of a pound of steak, New York strip steak, grass-fed, good stuff. I don't have steak, a ridiculous amount during the week, but when I do, I make sure it's always good stuff. And then probably about a cup of brown rice, and then salt and pepper, obviously. And yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, digging into my steak and rice here. Pretty basic meal, but I like it. Tastes good. Has a lot of calories too, so. That's pretty good. Always on the grill. I've done a couple pan-seared steak, and I don't know, just suboptimal, I guess. Not what I was looking for. I probably just need to work on it and get better, but I really don't mind cooking out in the cold. So even in February, it's not that bad. Plus, if I only eat steak a couple times a week, I'd rather not screw up that meal and make it like a well-done steak, which would not taste great, at least in my opinion. And the brown rice is just cheap. I've done pasta, sometimes with steak. Nope, lost a little bit of rice. That's all right. We're getting close to deadlifts here. I am going to post the deadlifts, just making sure it's cooked. I'm going to post the deadlifts in a separate video because that'd be a really long video if I put it all in the same. I mean, the videos are usually like, 15 to 20 minutes, so I don't really want to go too much beyond that. I definitely prefer, I don't know how the audience there feels about YouTube versus Instagram, but Instagram's just so fast-paced, I don't know if frenetic is the right term, but it's 9 to 12 different things coming at you. And YouTube, it has different videos, and they have the option where you hover over it and it plays a little bit, but it's still nowhere near as much on the same screen. And obviously every video you click on is a longer length video typically than Instagram. Instagram will be 10 seconds anywhere to a minute and a half. So I like YouTube better. Plus, I am assuming that it's not great for the brain to be constantly scrolling through Instagram and or TikTok things. There's probably a balance because obviously you want to keep up on people you follow, but you don't want to have too much of that dopamine release, just up and down, up and down. Just like you wouldn't want to work out too much, 4 hours a day, that would probably be too much exercise. This is good. I did not overcook this. I overcooked a steak last week. Really, really disappointing. And I think it was the same kind, so it was a slightly more expensive steak. Not great. If you like this video, by the way, and you want me to do, day of eating too, I could definitely do that. It really just comes down to eating more often throughout the day. For myself, at least. Because, you can work up to consuming more in a meal, but it's really hard to just eat a meal that's twice as big as a normal meal, if that makes sense. It's a lot easier to eat like 5 same size meals throughout the day. That's my approach. Although tonight is pizza night, which is awesome. So that meal will be a little bit bigger than normal. I'll probably try and hit an eating PR. I've eaten half of both pizzas, so if I can push beyond that, that'll be cool. And then I probably won't eat again after that. So we got this meal. This is number 3. Pre-workout. I'll probably do either banana, Pop-Tart. That's probably what I'll do. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is always fine, but for deadlifts, I don't want to fill up my stomach with too much fluid. You know, because I'm going to crank the belt tight, and I don't want to get a lot of views for the wrong reason for me throwing up halfway through my set. Although, that would probably do wonders for the channel. I'm still not interested in becoming a meme. There's always somebody going by. Actually, this road's not too bad, and the house is set back from the road, but there's just occasionally somebody with a hole in their exhaust or something ripping on by. All right, making progress here. Probably about 2/3 of the way through. This is about the pace that I would eat. Maybe I would eat slightly slower. If I was like watching something, you know, on the YouTube. Did watch Thor's deadlift video. He did not do a ridiculous max out. He did 400 kg, which is 881 point something for 2 sets of 3 reps, which is still crazy. I mean, it looked really easy. No deadlift suit, you know, or anything. I'll have to watch something motivational before deadlift, so since last week, I only did the 405, let everything rest. But I think that rest, I mean, time will tell. I think that rest will fuel my body in a way, you know, let the back recover, glutes recover, quads, everything. And then hopefully things will feel good today. Leaning towards the higher rep. I posted on Instagram to see what people thought. If I should do 455 for 12 or 500 for 5 to 7 reps. Probably going to do the 455, but we'll see. I like the higher reps on pretty much everything. I don't mind maxing out, but I don't really see the purpose, you know, with what I'm trying to accomplish. Unless there was something I was getting ready for, in particular, that had like a max deadlift. But not ready for that. Anyone watching this done a strongman contest? I'd be very curious what their impressions were, how they did, what weight class, what weights, events, all that. nearing the end here. I didn't have too much to say in the morning or for meal number 2, so that was why I just, you know, if you made it this far in the video, just kind of did a sped up version. All right, we got like 3 pieces, 1 piece of fat. I'm probably not gonna eat that. And then, what are we at right now? 2:45. Probably try and start my workout at like 4:15, because if I rush into it, none of this food that I just ate is going to do anything. The carbs will help, but still takes a little while to digest, so you can't just eat and then immediately work out. All right. Bulking is basically just a lot of eating. Should have grabbed some water. Ah, too far away. Hopefully don't have to go up another notch on the belt. I actually have not had to change the notch on the belt during the bulk. I always kind of fluctuated between 2 and 3 with the belt. And that's still where I'm at now. I haven't gone back to 3, I've kind of stayed at 2, so it's shifted slightly. Wow. Wouldn't be a bulk if I didn't gain some pudge. Almost there. These are absolutely awesome. I've probably eaten like 8 of these today. Maybe I'll tally that up at the end. But they're not very filling. They've got some carbs. I figure it helps push me over the, you know, homeostatic metabolism mark. I'm just saying words. I have no idea what that means. You know, but a little extra calories pushes me over the mark that I need to hit hold steady. That'll help push me to new body weight. That actually sounded cool. Pretty sure that was a BMW. Probably one more piece here. All right, check it out. There we go. Crushed. All right. So, I'm gonna digest, and then in like 45 minutes probably, as long as, you know, I feel moderately digested, I'm gonna go banana, Pop-Tart, actually toaster tart, it's not the official Pop-Tart, and then coffee. Oh no, I have an energy drink for today. I know, not the greatest health-wise, but the last time I had one was maybe 2 months ago. It was a while ago. So, I just figure, a little extra energy for today. Typically I just kind of drink the second coffee in the day whenever. Obviously before my workout always, but not necessarily like 30 minutes before, because I don't want to be too reliant on the caffeine. But for this particular workout, I'd like to break through a little bit on deadlifts, break through a little bit on the incline bench maybe. We'll see. So I figure the extra power will be good. Trying to be accurate here and actually show that I consume all the food that I show. All right, that's it. Cool. Be back in 45 minutes to an hour for me, but like half a second for you. All right. Good start there. Knocked it over. All right, last pre-workout meal out of the ordinary. We got the Celsius here. Then we've got, I'm just gonna have half the toaster tarts here. These are excellent, not good for you in any way nutritionally. And then banana, moderately good for you. Potassium, so that'll help to hydrate. But mainly the point of it is just carbs. I don't think the Celsius has any carbs in it. I usually just have coffee, but for today, we'll risk a little more caffeination. Okay, not good for you, but Celsius, I don't really know if it's probably good as a low calorie energy drink, but there's probably some artificial sweetener in it, so debate's still out on that, whether or not artificial sweetener is better than intaking the calories. People argue both sides of that. I think it's watermelon flavor. Yeah, I'll give it a try here. Interesting. Pretty good. You can definitely tell there's no sugar. I mean, it still tastes good, but just has that slightly different tinge. Good though. Definitely a fan of just the coffee though, on a regular basis. One in the morning, just to start the day. But then also a pre-workout one. Back to the toaster tart. Somebody just asked, and I already responded, about like how much weight you should gain. Well, first of all, you shouldn't necessarily gain any weight. No, all kidding aside though. If your goal is to gain weight, depends on how long you've been working out. Obviously what your height is, because if you're taller, you could potentially gain more weight, bigger frame, whatnot. Genetics, but I don't really like to focus on that because people really quickly jump to, well, this person has good genetics or they have bad genetics, or I have bad genetics and I can't gain weight because of that. Like, whatever your genetics are, you can't change them. So that shouldn't be a factor that you should consider too heavily because you can't do anything about it. Focus on, again, same thing with height. Can't change it. Don't focus on it too much. But those are things that impact it. So take it with a grain of salt. I prefer to focus on how much food I can eat, how much I can sleep, how I can optimize my training. Don't work out too much so that you're burning unnecessary calories. As a natural lifter, natural bodybuilder, or whatever, your optimal training time, at least what I've found, is right around that hour mark, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, but not significantly more, definitely, because your body just after an hour basically stops being on board with the workout, and it'll start to increase cortisol slightly. At least that's what I've learned. And cortisol is stress hormone, not going to help you with your lifting journey. So keep it to an hour. An hour is a good amount of time anyway. Anything more than that, and you're going to start to burn a lot more calories. It's going to be hard to gain back. So that's my opinion. I've done workouts that are significantly longer in the past on a regular basis, and you're just still tired from the workout the next day. And if you want to be working out regularly and recovering, then time efficiency wise, for a lot of reasons, stick to that 45 to an hour. Also, it forces you to be a little more intentional about what you're trying to accomplish, and you put the big blocks in the bin first when you're trying to fill it, right? So you've got your big movements, your squat, your bench, your pull-ups, your shoulder press. You get those done, and then if you have time afterwards, you do your accessories, and you accomplish your things in order of prioritization, right? That's what I always do. So like today's workout, deadlift, then I'll do my bench press, then I'll do my flies, then I'll do some tricep stuff. But it's all in order of, pretty much in order of how many muscles are getting worked, right? Deadlift works the most. Then you've got your next big movement, incline bench, then flies, then onto the triceps. All right, last bite here. All right, so that's it for the pre-workout meal. Hopefully that's not going to be viewed as a cop-out answer there, with not giving like specifics on the weight gain. As I said in the comment, it can range from, some people could gain a pound a week, like especially if it's a new lifter and they're just eating a lot of calories and sleeping a lot. They're going to gain a lot of weight really quick. If you've been lifting for a really long time and you've got your training regimen down and you're already like at a pretty good body weight for your height, then it's probably going to be a little slower. But I like to think anybody, wherever they're at, can still gain muscle. They just got to figure out what's going to be the best strategy, and then only way to do that is to test different strategies and see what's going to work the best. Don't focus on genetics. Don't focus on height too much. Just focus on what you can control. All right.
Last meal. Getting ready. Should be good. Goal will be to eat a little more than half of each, and that should help the body recover from deadlifts and also keep the body weight up.
Conclusion to the day of eating here. Let me show you what we got. I am going to eat the other half, or half of the other pizza in a bit. But for now, we're just going to crush this here post-deadlift session. So this is sourdough crust pizza, pepperoni, cheese, obviously. And the other one is prosciutto and arugula and some like balsamic dressing. So very good. All right, let's see what we can do here. That is really good. Also, you notice we're back in the candy cane pajamas here. Just because we've successfully reached the end of the day. So, naturally. Really good. I'm gonna have to get up in like a minute, take out the other pizza there, so you'll have to hang on for a second. just once a week. Call it a little bit of a cheat meal. It's more carbs, but after deadlifts, it's fine. Deadlifts were good, by the way. You should check out that video. It's already up. Today, it's already pretty late. It's like almost 8. So, I'm not going to eat again after this. Because this was already a bigger meal. So, puts me at 5 meals for the day. If you count the pre-workout meal. Which I do, because it's a decent amount of calories. Highly recommend homemade pizza if you're bulking. Especially if you can get a sourdough starter going. Already like halfway through here. All right, we're back. I had to take out the other pizza. And the journey continues. 3 pieces left. Well, and then I'm going to eat 6 or 7, hopefully, of the other one. The bulk for me, I'm basically just trying to never be hungry. Except maybe for a couple minutes in the morning when I wake up, but then I'm trying to eat some food. That's a good judge. Definitely tracking your calories can help. But for me, I was basically under eating before when I was around 185, 187 body weight. So workouts, I just kind of always felt a little tired. Wasn't able to make good progress. So that was what inspired me to start the bulk and document it too. Don't worry, I'm okay. All right. 2 pieces to go. If this is the first one of my videos you're watching, make sure you check out all the other ones, because those are all lifting. This is a new style of video for me. Also, sorry about the partial clickbait thumbnail there. I just wanted to get a picture with a ton of food. I realized I did not eat everything in the thumbnail. But you know, you gotta have the epic food thumbnail to draw people in. Second to last piece. I think this is the best the pizza's been. You gotta eat. If you don't eat, a lot of things aren't gonna go well as far as working out, but if your motivation and your energy is dropping during your workout, then in the long run, to sustain that is more challenging. You feel good every workout because you're fueled up, not necessarily with pizza. You know, your workouts are going to be better. You're going to be getting stronger, which is important. You could even argue you'll be safer. Risk of injury because you're more fueled up, so should be able to perform better. Last piece. All right. Moderately clean plate club. Little spot there. All right. So that is it for today. If you like the content, drop me a like. Much appreciated. And any questions, comments, concerns about the food, just post them below. Like I said, make sure you check out other videos that are more lifting. I mean, this is lifting oriented, but not physically lifting in it. So, yeah, lots of those. I think I'm on day 182 of the bulk. So this is the bonus video for that day. I already posted that video. But yeah, that's it for today. Appreciate it if you made it this far in the video. This is probably a longer video. Might be like around the 35, 40 minutes mark. I am going to post the total of the calories right here so you can see what we hit. And that's, within 400 or 500 what I do every day. And it's taken me from, if you've been following me from day one, 187 on the body weight all the way to hit a PR like 213, but today we 211. And yeah, so what is that? 211, it's like 24 pounds over the span of about 6 months, 5.5, 6 months. Yeah, not terrible. Yeah, so that's the summary there. All right, until next time. Well, I might not do another day of eating for a little while, but I'll do a video tomorrow for just lifting. But yeah, until next time, appreciate the support. Peace.